Come on. What do you want? Guys, welcome back to another episode of Fishing is Therapy, man. I'm in the lab right now once again, guys. I know some people are going to be like, man, what are you doing? Why are you doing that? Once you find out what I'm doing, but I'm doing it for a reason, for my convenience, okay? To make my boat run an optimal plane. And the reason why I'm doing it, I want to get maximum efficiency out of this 20 horsepower to hot. So it's been really good to me, no issues, right? But I wanted to run optimally, especially when I'm running with one person or two people. If she lags down and I want to bring that back up, I put a hydrofoil on, put a jack plate on, then that's what I want to talk about. This Advanced Manufacturing jack plate right here. This is the one I had, and it's adjustable, right? But I ran into a few problems, man, on the water trying to dial her in, and it's kind of discouraged me from dialing her in properly, because what you have to do, you have to run with your wrench and your socket, and you have to loosen these right here, and then you have to get right in here, and then you're hanging over the back of your boat and you're adjusting this, or you got to get off the boat in the water, pull up on the bank, and keep adjusting this up and down. So you're like, oh, is it adjusted now? Is it adjusted now? Guys, I'm putting this one up for sale. I already have it on Facebook Marketplace right now. Advanced Manufacturing. It's lovely. It's great for those people who know exactly where they want it to be, and they don't need to optimize it for different weights. But for me, it just didn't work. I wanted something more on the fly, which brings me to on the fly jack plates, guys. Let's take a look back here, see what I'm doing today. So I went ahead with the best manual on-the-fly jack plate that you can use on the water, okay? I'm going to have to drill a couple more holes in my transom, but don't worry about that. I'm going to seal it up with the 5200. I'm going to use 4200 for my through bolts for the jack plate. I'm going to use 5200 to seal up my the existing holes that I already have, okay? But this is the jack plate on the back right here. I have it clamped, C-clamped. I measured everything out. It wasn't too far off. It was about a half an inch larger than the Advanced Manufacturing jack plate. But this jack plate goes right here. It goes straight down in here. And then you bolt your jack right here to it. And then you'll just be able to jack it up on the fly, man. This is what I really like right here. I can just show you. This is just a plate to mount the back to. But the ability to be able to do that, to jack it up while you're driving, so you can go, this is exactly where I want it. This is where exactly it runs at its optimal height, right? So I'm really enjoying that. Right now I got it clamped. I got to do that hard work for first, which is drill through it with a 1/2 inch drill bit, and then get everything mounted. When you purchase the on-the-fly jack plate, it doesn't come with hardware, but you can order right off the website. They give you everything that you need. The stainless steel hardware, 1/2 inch bolts. These are 6 inches, 6 inches long. You got your washers and everything, and I got some motor clamps. Okay, because that plate is not as thick as my Advanced Manufacturing plate. So this is your motor clamp. And everything comes there. It's only about 10 bucks or so. I really like it. And I'm going to use my old Advanced Manufacturing plate for that stability on the other side right here. I'm going to still use that. And I drilled it out to a 1/2 inch right there so it can do that. I actually used that for the past ones. But there you go. Anybody want that other one, let me know. Go ahead and comment down in the video, but it's on Facebook Marketplace right now, so first come, first serve, guys. So let's go ahead and get this started without further ado and drill in to this transom, which, you know, is always one of those jobs you got to really focus on. I'm just going to be using the Ryobi drill. I got 2 of these 1.5 amp batteries. I have 2 1/2 inch drill bits. Without further ado, let's jump right in, guys. Let's go ahead and get this transom drilled. I got to drill a little bit higher up, so I'm about a 1/2 inch or so higher than my original holes. It's kind of like on the lip right there, a little bit like that. I'm a little concerned about how that's going to turn out, because basically if you look at it, it's about right there, about right here and here. And I hope that gives me a lot of, still gives me stability, because I want to mount this jack plate flush. But let's go ahead and quit talking. Let's get into this. There we go. Got through. All right, first hole drilled, guys. Now we got to do 3 more. All right, guys. So now I got that first bolt in, and John from on the fly jack plate recommend that you go ahead to keep everything steady and sturdy. You go ahead and you put on your hardware on one side first. Okay. So he has everything already. It comes like this, guys. Already set, the order you need it to be in, and everything. So all you need is 1 washer. You put that through, bam, like that. You go washer, you go lock nut, and then you go nut. Sorry, lock and washer, not lock. And then you put your nut. And you just crank that down Get everything on there tight. And what this requires is a 3/4 inch socket and a wrench. Okay, so that's all you need. There we go. I'm not gonna over tighten it. I actually skipped a step. So between every one, we're gonna make sure that you can still get this down in there and it slides smoothly. See that? So it's gonna be jacking up on that. So there's no play. So there, you want to make sure there's no left to right play here with the plate, but the plate still slides in. All right, so we already got the jack plate, the holes screwed already. I got them both through, and I just wanted to make sure all my holes are fitted, right? Make sure everything fits on this side. So now, I make sure everything fit and my jack plate is actually on right now. Now I'm gonna get ready to go through with the part of sealing, okay? I'm gonna grab my 4200 sealant, okay? And then just a quick tip to keep this fresh, you just put this, I didn't put the foil on it this time, but I usually just keep it in a Ziploc bag and throw it in the freezer. And then I let it thaw out and it works, man. I've been using this for quite a while. This is the one I used on the first jack plate. Use that, and then I got my 5200 is what I'm gonna seal up the older holes with. So I'm gonna get that done, and then once I get everything sealed, we're gonna go ahead and get everything bolted down on there. And then the very last thing I'm gonna do is get this jack put on the right height. What I think, I love that you can adjust it, you know, if you don't like what you're doing on the water with it. And then the very last thing, we're gonna just slide this plate in and get that jack on, okay? So let me go ahead and get this 5200 in right now, so I know everything fits, and we'll be right back with you when we go ahead and put the jack on. So it's another day right now. I had to follow up. I let my 4200 and 5200 set. If you actually look right here to the front, I spray painted it. I use my duck camo right here, which blends it with the boat. It's the touch-up paint, but I got all that sealed in. It looks really nice. I'm happy about that. But the step that you guys actually missed was installing this jack. It was very tedious. You had to kind of get in here with these bolts. It has a locking washer to bolt through, and I went down in here. So I chose the first level up here and all the way down to the second level down in there. If you can see that right in there. And the reason why I did that, I wanted this winch to be able to go all the way down. Let's back up real quick, and you'll be able to see it going all the way down. How far? I wanted this bar to be level with this, so I can get the maximum rise that I want. See? So now I'll be able to adjust this on the water. This is the main reason why I got this. Watch when it stops. Right there. See? Right there with like a centimeter of raise. And I'm gonna put the motor on right now, mount it on there. Guys, hey, we got the motor on. You have to work around issues. 90% of being a DIYer, guys, is being able to problem solve. I ran into an issue just trying to get everything mounted on. My lock right here was in the way. It's in the way of the jack plate. I don't want it banging around. I put foam on it with a zip tie. Had to get these plant clamps perfect to be able to get this lock back in because I don't want it to be stolen. Even though I'm going to through bolt through the back, I still want that extra measure just to make it a little more challenging just in case, right? And then this handle is in the way. I saw one video, well, a blog about a guy cutting this in half to do it. If I don't have too much of an issue with it, I won't do that. But I'm gonna through bolt it just in a couple of days. You guys will need to see that. But I got everything done, and this is my main thing, guys. Right now, with it all the way up, we go up a little higher. I'm 5 inches right now of rise, right? But right now, I'm about two and a half, maybe 3 inches above the bottom of my transom. And this is why I wanted to do it. On the fly, now I can raise it up in shallow water, as shallow as I can go, you know, in really skinny water. And then I can just let it down like that. Look how smooth, buttery smooth she lets down. I'm letting her go all the way down. This was the problem solving piece where you have to, I wanted it to go right down here so I can get the maximum rise on this jack. See, I'm watching that, how it's kind of wearing on it, but we'll see how that does over time. I'll just cut it. There we go. Now, I'm about 2 inches, 2.5 inches below the transom. But hey guys, hey, I'm happy, I'm satisfied. I don't have to worry about reaching over now, back in my boat for tools. With tools, I drop my wrench in the water trying to adjust my advanced manufacturing jack plate. I don't have to deal with wires to adjust it up and down. All I have to do is just think about how far I want it to be trimmed out. And then now I can jack it up on the fly, guys, and get in really skinny water. And I'm satisfied with that. So, hey, I think this is a really good update. John from On The Fly Jack Plate, I think you have a really good product. I really appreciate the ingenuity here and the plug and play ability. But that's the thing, guys. On your boat, it's a universal jack plate. You're going to have to figure out little tweaks and things of that nature. But don't worry about that. I think you guys will enjoy it. On the fly jack plate. It's the best of both worlds. So next video, guys, stay tuned for that. It'll be me being on the water, testing it out, how I can get everything cranked up. I'm going to do the 10 pitch and the 9 pitch once again. But guys, hey, fishing is therapy, but DIYing and making upgrades to make your outboard run efficiently on your boat is also part of therapy too, guys. See you on another episode of Fishing is Therapy. Peace.